Hello everyone, thank you so much for being here. This is going to be a love reading for the selected zodiac sign that I picked from this pile of cards here. I started this love series a few days ago, so I've already posted, I want to say 5 videos already for 5 different zodiac signs, so go ahead and check those out. And as always, if you gain any insight or perspective from this reading, it would be great, and I would really appreciate if you were to like the video. And then if you are interested to see more from the channel, please go and subscribe. I would also be happy to have you as well. There's no intended timestamp for these readings, these love sign readings that I'm doing. The intention that I have is if you come across the video on your YouTube feed and you feel drawn to watch it, hopefully you can receive some sort of message about your current relationship or love situation. So it doesn't have to be now at this time that I posted. It could be months, from now. So that is my intention for that. And let's get started. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more signs to go. And I am guided to this one here. So we have the sign of Scorpio. So welcome all Scorpios and Scorpio lovers. Again, thank you for being here. So we're going to get started with the Scorpio's personal energy. I can situate myself. And then of course, as always, go into their partner's personal energy. And then get some details around the relationship dynamic. So you can be in an established relationship with your person, or just in the dating, talking phase, or even have, a crush on someone. Someone is in your radar. And as always, assign the roles as needed. So if I'm speaking about the Scorpio energy and in your situation you feel that it is reversed, then of course that is your decision and judgment to change that role, right? And if it is not your reading and you feel like you're forcing it and you're forcing to make sense of the situation or the message that I'm relating, don't force it to be your reading. You will feel it and you will know it. All right, so let's see what the Scorpio personal energy is as it relates to this relationship or this love dynamic with their person. All right, so we have the Ace of Wands. So this is something new, a new passion, a new idea. If this is a new person, you're probably really, really into them right now. It feels like a spark, like they just popped in your life for some of you, and it's just like, whoa, like where'd this come from? And as typical Scorpio fashion, there is passion indicated here. And here's your card, the Death and Rebirth card. Some kind of transformation taking place for you in the love area of life or within this relationship. A transformation that is going to allow for more passion and more openness, for intensity and the sparks I'm hearing between you and another. And then we have the Sun. I don't know. I mean, I understand that the Death and Rebirth card can be, sometimes a little intimidating just because of that process that we go through when we are having a transformative moment of life. But this, with these cards and how they're making me feel, it feels really good. And I've been using these cards forever, but for some reason today, the colors are so bold and bright for me, which tells me that like this situation is really, it's like, how can I say, of some type of importance, or it is just standing out. It is sort of, taking you maybe for some by surprise, or it is sort of just like being planted in your life out of nowhere, it feels, and you're pleasantly surprised and you feel on top of the world, and you know, there's a lot of fiery energy coming through as well. Just like overall motivation, and the dynamic between the two of you is, you know, the chemistry and the magnetism is really strong between the both of you. And maybe because this has come in, for some of you, a good percentage, the intuitive feeling that I have is that it is new. And so it's causing you to sort of stop, like, I feel also like being stopped in your tracks, and it's like, whoa, what is this? And you're really looking at it, and you're really focused on it and observing it, and, you know, being open and to receive it. And so it's causing some sort of transformative process here for you. We will see what that is. And again, if you are in an established bond and this is not a new relationship or a new person, there's something that is happening within your relationship right now that is increasing the amount of passion and fire within the relationship between the both of you. So there could have, I'm also feeling like good news has come through for some of you. If you're in a relationship, there may be some good news coming through that is going to bring a spark back in to the relationship. What is your person's personal energy within the relationship and in love at this time? I feel as though this is a new start, a new beginning as well. They feel like they are ready to take a risk, or there's risk involved somehow. All right, we have the King of Pentacles. They also have the Death card. I really like this feeling that's coming through here today for this dynamic. And the Ace of Materials. I love this also. I feel super excited all of a sudden. I don't know if this is what you're feeling, but I feel it. Like, this is really exciting. Like a feeling of, you know, I can't wait to talk to them. I can't wait to see them. Like, maybe there's plans being made and it's just like something to really look forward to. Yeah, I have like this rush, this surge of energy flowing through my heart space and my solar chakra area as well. But there is some type of transformative process for them. Whether you're in an established relationship or not, there is something being transformed here, okay? You have this fiery element coming through where they have this earthly element coming through, okay? So they may be really established in their life as far as their finances and, you know, having control of these more responsible, obligation-like situations within their life. They take life seriously. They take their money seriously. They have strong values. They're serious personality in a way. But there is a sense of luxury or beauty or attractiveness. It doesn't have to be just, you know, man or woman. There's some sort of attractiveness as well coming through here. And I do feel like they are ready for some sort of new start. So maybe whereas before, if this is a new relationship or a new person, maybe before you entered the picture, they were working on their careers, working on their money, you know, the material aspects of life. and then you come in and enter the picture. So there's a need to fit you in, I'm feeling, or fit the relationship into their life. But I think that they're completely willing and they are in it, and they feel that this is a good investment. This relationship, it has some sort of value. They see potential for sure. And if you're in an established relationship, there is a sense of transformation regarding the material aspects of your life together. So maybe you are talking about, or they are coming from a place where they want to take it to the next level, you know, have more of a commitment. If you're already in a strong commitment, then this could be like marriage or moving in together or buying a home together. Like there's an element of investment and material here, things of value as well. All right, let's see, how do you feel about them? How does Scorpio feel about their person? You have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, this is like, this relationship has totally just rocked your world. Did I say that earlier? I was trying to say that. That's the feeling I was getting when I was explaining your personal energy. Like it was planted in your lap and it just created this, you know, shake in your world. But it is meant to happen. There's an element of divine intervention here. Like it's a really prominent part of your soul journey or life path. With the Wheel of Fortune, I mean, this is like blessings, right? This is a card that's ruled by Jupiter, so it's bringing or bestowing blessings upon us in some way. So you may feel as though how you feel toward them is like a blessing. And I'm also hearing blessing in disguise for some reason. This is a blessing in disguise. What is that? Maybe you've known them for a bit. Maybe you started off as friends. Maybe how you met was not, like, was really out of the ordinary in some way. And you're seeing this as like, who would have thought that I would have fallen in love with this person? Or who would have thought that we would have ever been together? Like, you know, maybe the previous relationship dynamic that you had was not love, was not, you know, relationship based of any way, and so it's just like a shock in some way. I do feel that you miss them when you're not with them. I think that you want to start to get the wheel going, like the ball rolling with it, because there could be an element of needing to have some type of patience with something here. So it's like struggling between wanting to, yeah, I mean, on a more like realistic, mundane type of way, it's like, I feel strongly for a good percentage of you, this is a new relationship or a new person that has come into your path, and you're really excited about them and you really like them a lot. And it's like, but they are in some way, they have a lot of other responsibilities, or maybe it's their job or their lifestyle that, you know, they have things that they need to do on a daily basis. Maybe they travel for work, or, you know, have kids or a family they take care of, something like that, to where it's like you want to speak with them all of the time. You want to see them all of the time. And no offense, and I'm not trying to profile anyone, but this is tarot, and we incorporate an element of astrology because we're talking about Scorpio here. But that is how Scorpio gets, right? The energy of Scorpio when they just meet someone that they really, really like. Like they are just obsessed and possessed and focused all in, right? Especially if you have like a Scorpio Venus or something like that. Scorpio moon even. But yeah, so that's how it feels. Like you always want to talk to them. You can't wait for the next moment with them. But there's an element of patience that's needed because of their really practical, responsible lifestyle that they live, if that makes sense. Like they don't have the luxury of just being there 24/7 for you to speak to or be with, if that makes sense. So that's how I feel. Like you're during the day, maybe they're at work and you're just like thinking of them and you want to talk to them and you want to call them and maybe you text them and you're waiting for their response and they take a while to respond. With the King of Materials or King of Pentacles, this is a Taurus card. And so usually with that type of energy, they are slow to do things. And, you know, they do take a while, right? And usually because they are involved in realistic type of pursuits, like real life stuff, you know, that has them needing to take care of those things, right? So they just cannot be available for you at any time. And not to say that, you know, I mean, I don't know which Scorpio I'm speaking to here, you know, like not every Scorpio is like that. I understand. So I don't want anyone to take offense, but when you really, really like someone, you know what I'm talking about. You know what you want from them. You know how you get with them. What does Scorpio's person feel about Scorpio? How does Scorpio's person feel about Scorpio? The Sun as well. And the Tower card. Yeah, you also came in and just rocked their world. I was feeling that element of surprise. Like the universe just bam. One day to the next, you were single, you were doing your thing, living your life, being a Scorpio, working on your money and, you know, whatever. And then all of a sudden, boom, this person just is there from one day to the next. And it's like, whoa, where did this person come from? But they see you as their light. They see you as a blessing of some sort. I feel that they have like I said, they have already been involved in their careers and their money and their lifestyle and all of that. And you've also been, you know, planted in their life from one day to the next, it feels. And there's a sense of gratitude and happiness and positivity coming through. And all of a sudden, there's an opportunity here for them. You know, like maybe they've been single for a long period of time, and because the Ace of Materials or the Ace of Pentacles talks about a materialized opportunity, like something that we can bring to this 3D realm, right? And see and feel and live through in this 3D realm. So they do feel like this is an opportunity. Like I was going back to saying maybe they've been single for a bit and, you know, going or talking to people or in the dating scene or something like that, and you come in and now it's like, okay, this is a good quality match, right? Like this is someone I have things in common with, this is someone I can see myself with, you know, let me try this out and see how this goes. Like they're actually making time for it and seeing it as potential here. What does Scorpio want from this relationship? What does Scorpio want from this person? They want the world. They want a new start. They want to end the cycle that they've been on, you know, maybe, or you, I'm sorry, you want the world. You want a new start. Maybe you've been in this cycle of meeting people as well. And I'm sorry if I'm focusing on singles or someone new here. If you're in a relationship, I will clarify and speak to that in a bit. But for those of you that this is a new person that has just come into your life, what do you want from this relationship? There's a sense of wanting to break your previous cycles with people, the patterning. You know, that we go through a long period of time, especially if you have not been in a long established marriage or relationship, right? And you've had multiple partners or multiple relationships within your life. You tend to see a commonality in the type of people that you attract and are with, or the type of relationships that you're in. And so what you want out of this is for this one to be different. You don't want it to turn out the same way that all of the rest of them turned out. You want an element of ascended type of relationship, a higher vibing type of relationship where the two people are more mature, have worked on their emotions, have worked on their past experiences, you know, are equipped, have the tools, and are ready to show up in a healthy way to create a healthy, you know, relationship dynamic. And I think that that's what you want. Like, you want it all. Like, you're ready for that higher leveled type of love. And I think that you see this person as somebody that has those qualities or those same wants. How does Scorpio's person, no, what does Scorpio's person want from this relationship? It's similar to the fact that there is an end of a cycle that they are looking for. It's interesting. What do they want from this relationship? And the Ten of Swords comes out. They want an ending of some sort. Maybe an ending to their relationship status, like how I was saying, if this person has been single for a good amount of time, they want to end that lifestyle of being single. They want to end the pain. Maybe they're sad about something. Maybe by you coming into their life and bringing in this light and this sort of blessing here, they feel like you are someone that is going to help them with their heart, with healing their past trauma. Maybe they have some kind of, they had an experience where they were really, really hurt. They're tired of hurting. They want an end to that. And by you coming into their life, maybe they see an out, or they see the light, or they see the healing. Let's get more information around the dynamics of the relationship, any details about it. What does Scorpio and Scorpio's partner need to know regarding details around their relationship? Something that they need to focus on, circumstances from, you know, I don't know, outer forces, things like that. So the relationship itself, there's a lot of love here. There is, it's not yet this like deep love, but there is definite potential for it. There is willingness for it. There is excitement for it. There's a lot of love talk, a lot of complimenting and getting to know one another, and just being romantic and charming and in that gushy, you know, the honeymoon phase of something. If you were an established bond, established relationship already, going back to what you want, I think that there, although you see your person as amazing and you love them and, you know, they bring happiness to your life, maybe there is a time right now where things are just a little boring or a little stagnant for you, and you're wanting to create movement and get that passion back and that motivation back to do things with them. And maybe that has been a cycle for you in the past for y'all's relationship, where you know, they get too involved in their work and their responsibilities that it's sort of that passion and that attention and time for one another sort of dies down a little bit. And, you know, it's just making time for date night and maybe getting away by yourselves for a few days or something, like just to reignite the passion once again. And what you want from this is to end this cycle or this pattern, like I said, of being on and off, right? Not on and off in the relationship, but on and off in the attention that is given and the passion that is given with one another, if that makes sense. And I think that for your person, if you're in an established relationship, what they want or is, I don't know what this is. If you're in an established relationship, there is a sense of an ending here, but it doesn't feel like ending the relationship at all. To me, it feels in a form of healing. I don't know why I'm getting this strongly, but there is something that, and this is for a small percentage of you or for like one person or something, but there is something that your partner is expecting you to do for them. Like they've been waiting for you to acknowledge something. I don't know if they're waiting for an apology, but something hurt their feelings. They haven't really brought it up, but they're wanting you to see it and come through with an acknowledgement about it. It does feel apologetic, like they want you to apologize about something that happened. That's for some of you. I'm going to get more clarity on the death cards here, like what is needed to be transformed. There's some boundaries. Someone needs boundaries. Someone needs to put up boundaries. Yeah. So be careful with bringing in your, how can I say, previous lower level relationship behaviors. You need to come and approach this relationship, both of you, from a higher place, a more experienced place, a wise place, where you learned from your previous relationships, you've learned from your previous experiences in love. And you, even though you may be really hot for each other and you see all of this is like you're very like romanticizing this whole situation, there is still a need to remember your boundaries, remember your standards, and to be careful here with throwing all of the lessons that you've learned out of the window and acting and behaving the way you once did in the past. So I'm feeling strongly also like somebody here was always the type that would rush into relationship. And you know, it was always very, like, in the beginning it was always very hot and passionate and intense and fiery, which we've already discussed, that is more the Scorpio energy. But it could be your person also, right? It could be the both of you that have that experience or that tendency. And just for that spark to die down, right? And then what are you left with, right? So be careful with over romanticizing. You know, you're talking about future and you're talking about all of these plans and you're talking about, you know, being together forever and blah, blah, blah. Can you tell that I have Scorpio in my chart and that I've been with Scorpios in the past? Anyway, but that's neither here or there. Anyway, and so then all of a sudden just like boop, like done, right? Like all of that just goes out the table as soon as something happens, and then it's just like, forget it. The Scorpio's done. The Scorpio killed it. The Scorpio's over, right? For some of you, sometimes Scorpios do stay in things for a very long period of time. Anyway, yeah, so going back to, what was I saying? Going back to the experience, you have to bring that new experience from the lessons you've learned and just take it easy for a bit. You know, if you find yourself over romanticizing, if you find yourself at a point where you notice like, shit, you know, like I'm doing it again, right? Like I'm moving in too quickly. I am, you know, thinking that this is my soulmate too quickly. I am, you know, I don't know. And I'm not saying to change that of you, because that is who you are at heart. You were born like that. That is part of your being. I'm just saying to be mindful of it. That's it. Be mindful of it and know when there's boundaries that need to be put up with yourself more than anything. Okay? With yourself. I'm also feeling that if that's the case here, there is someone saying to Scorpio, I am hot and bothered for you as well. I am passionate for this as well. I think they see things in a more practical, realistic way. So therefore, what they want from this relationship is to not get hurt. So they see you hot and bothered and coming in with all this passion and all this fire. And they have it as well, but they're more realistic, as I mentioned, and they are making sure that it's not going to go to a place where they feel that they're going to get hurt. They have some type of past experience that has, you know, just made them create walls, right? So they're breaking down their walls because they're excited about you. And, you know, they just don't want it to turn out in a bad situation or an ending, or, you know, if they allow themselves to be as equally motivated and involved or in this relationship as you are, they just don't want to get hurt. What else? What else is coming through for Scorpio and their partner? For Scorpio and their relationship right now. Got the Page of Pentacles. So again, this is feeling like this is someone new coming through, wanting to communicate with you, to build something out of this, to create something, a bond. A relationship. There may be some outside forces as it relates to finances, careers, living situations, others in your lives that can try, like, these things are, if you don't handle them well, they can come in between this moment that you're having with your person right now. Like other responsibilities, I guess. But there is something about communicating a new beginning, communicating about a new beginning. And then I think that something happens at some point where you both notice that there is like this one thing that is going to challenge the smooth sailing process of entering into this relationship for this new person, that you and the new person. What is this 7 of Swords here? Three of Pentacles. Yeah, Three of Pentacles again. The Queen of Cups and the Judgment card. Okay, so, I mean, again, take it as you will. I don't know exactly who I'm speaking with here, obviously, but possible external energy that may come in and make it a little hard for, again, like I said, this relationship to have a really smooth sailing process of, you know, being together. Could be a person's mother or an ex of a person. It doesn't seem too drastic or too chaotic. I think that, you know, whoever this other woman is coming from a loving place. Maybe Scorpio or Scorpio's person, maybe their mother plays a really significant role in their life. Maybe they go to their mother for advice, things like that. Or the mother is just naturally, you know, really motherly and involved. And so you just want to be aware that there is a feminine energy in someone's life that plays a key role. They are a big player, of someone of great importance, okay, to them. So let's go into the energy around this death and rebirth. What is so transforming for the both of you? I mean, I feel like it's just the relationship in general, but I do want to get some more information just to see what comes through. The Six of Pentacles on Scorpio's side. The Fool card. The Five of Wands. And the Nine of Pentacles. Transformative quality here. What is this about? So new start with somebody that you feel is a match, a really solid match for you. Someone who reciprocates energy, who gives as much as you give to a situation, who's into you as much as you are. This is very transforming for you, or there's something about it that makes you see things in a different perspective. Like, this person is not like old relationships or old people, the previous people that you've been with. Like, there is something about, you know, you not putting in as much effort and work. No, you are putting in effort and work, but whereas before in previous relationships with previous people, you would put all of the effort and work and they would not reciprocate that, right? And so you're seeing that this person is just as into you, and it's a change in perspective of how people can be in relationship. It's a change of perspective of the type of, you know, person that you can be with in a relationship, that not only requires a certain type and amount of effort, but they also give it as well. And when I say requires a certain type, there could be something around that it's like, whereas before you gave a certain type of effort, but this person requires something a little bit different, and it's probably more from the material realm. So it could be like, show me your love through acts of service, I'm getting, because of the earthly quality here. Whereas maybe your relationship language or love language is more, I'll show you love through words or passion or sex or, you know, emotional bond. What is that? So show that would be more like the love language of affection maybe, and words. Whereas their love language seems to be a little more acts of service and time. So seeing that from a different perspective of not just the amount of effort, but the type. Again, going back to the type of effort they require could be a little different from what you're used to, and there's a need for you to transform that. This relationship in general is also going to bring a sense of balance and a really strong foundation. I think that they are teaching you responsibility and how to align every aspect of your life in a really healthy way. Whereas maybe before your life was just a little bit more chaotic and you had, you know, all of these things going on, but it was really challenging for you to align them. And because they have this strong earth quality here, they are also teaching you how to do that. What is the death energy for Scorpio's person, please? The Knight of Cups, like this card. The Page of Pentacles, like this card. So we have repeating cards here. The Eight of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. In their transformative energy, what they are transforming from this relationship and by you coming into their life is how to receive love, is how to trust, is how to... I was getting this before with them, how they had this really traumatic, really hurtful experience with another person. And sometimes, most of the time, when someone goes through something so horrific or tragic or not everyone experiences this type of relationship in their life, okay, where it was extremely difficult, extremely traumatic, you know, made like I don't know how to explain it. It just took a piece of them. It killed a piece of them. I'm feeling that strongly. It killed a piece of them. Like, so traumatic, so shitty, so low vibing. You know, there could have been abuse. There could have been strong manipulation in their past, you know, where they were being controlled. Like something, you know, verbal abuse, mental abuse even. Something to where it killed a part of them, right? And I say that confidently. I feel that strongly. It killed a part of them. And their transformative process here is to learn, reprogram their mind, their heart, their DNA, their freaking cells, right? Like for some people it goes it's super, super deep, right? When they go through this process, but reprogram themselves at a cellular level even to once again receive love, once again be open to love, once again trust love and be vulnerable, and you know, just also not just receive it, but learning how to give it as well by being vulnerable, which creates that intimacy. And taking risk. And there was a risk factor that I was picking up on when I was talking about their energy as well. But yeah, transforming that and healing that, and jumping in, I guess. For them, it's maybe difficult for them to jump in. Because once again, they feel that they are going to be let down and hurt. And so they are building their strength and their courage. And you, by coming into their life, are transforming that for them and making them see that so they can heal those parts of themselves. So again, this goes back to how it's sort of a divine intervention. The universe has intervened on these two souls here, these two human beings, and brought them together so they can change something change something about themselves. My mind, I know I stutter, okay, and I know I repeat things, but it's just because my mind is like going so fast that I can't get my words out. But anyway, the universe has come in for these two souls to meet so that way they can work on themselves. But I feel that it is in a loving way. I feel that it's in a positive way. Like, not only is this a type of soul bond that is going to create lessons learned and all of that stuff, but it's doing it in a loving, nurturing way, if that makes sense. Well, this was a beautiful reading. I'm so happy for you and your person. I hope that, you know, you guys really lean into each other and trust each other and have each other's back and be each other's rock throughout this process, and really, you know, listen to them and hear them out, and when you are healing and when you are, you know, conversing with one another and going through these things. But it just feels healthy. It feels like a step up. Like Scorpio has elevated from, you know, their previous lower vibe type of relationships, and they're ready to create and build healthy relationships, and so therefore they're attracting healthy people that are also ready for that as well. Just remember that your person, whoever is on this side, is probably a little fragile and going, you know, it's going to take them a little bit because they're more cautious and practical. So you don't want to be too forceful and too demanding and too, you know, just remember them, right? Anyway, okay, so that is it for today, Scorpio. I so appreciate your time and energy watching the video. If you got anything out of it, please like the video. If you are interested to see more of the channel or from the channel, feel free to subscribe. I would really love if you subscribed and became a part of the channel. That way we can create an energetic thread, an energetic bond. And when I'm doing these readings, you know, there's a level of who I'm reading for, right? Like I can feel who I'm reading for more prominently, and that's something else that I've been thinking about, that I want to, you know, make sure that I create and that you guys know that I feel that way. Check out your moon and your rising sign. Check out your partner's sign. I also have the June 2023 readings out there as well that I did not too long ago. Check those out. But Until the next time, Scorpio, thank you again for being here. Bye.